Every night, millions of people close their eyes without realizing that they may never open them again. The bed we sleep on could be our final resting place of this dunya. But Allah, out of His incredible mercy, has taught us what to do before sleep, so our night becomes a night of protection, barakah, peace, and wealth that comes from Him alone. If you want to sleep in a way that angels guard you and wake in a way your sustenance opens, then listen carefully. Sleep is not just rest. It is a temporary departure of the soul, and we do not know if we will ever wake up again. When a believer understands this reality, the entire mindset at night changes. The bed is not just a comfort zone, it becomes a reminder that our life is truly in the hands of Allah. Therefore, when you lay down, the first feeling should be humility. The heart should soften, the ego should drop, and the priorities should be rearranged. Because if this night is the last night, then the final thoughts should not be about the world, but about facing Allah with a clean heart. Ayatul Kursi is the most powerful verse in the entire Quran regarding the greatness, authority, and sovereignty of Allah over the heavens and the earth. When a person recites Ayatul Kursi before sleeping, he is surrounding his soul, mind, and body with the protection of Allah Himself. This verse is not simply a verse of blessing. It is a shield. It keeps the shayateen away. It blocks unseen harm. And it brings a spiritual security that nothing in the world can match. When you lie down and recite this verse slowly and consciously, you are submitting your night under the guardianship of the Most High. Surah Al-Ikhlas declares the oneness of Allah in the purest form. Surah Al-Falaq teaches you to seek protection from every source of harm that comes from the creation. Surah An-Nas teaches you to seek protection from the whispers and plots of shayateen that target the heart and mind. These three surahs together form a complete fortress. Reciting them before sleep, blowing into your hands, and wiping over your body is like wrapping yourself in a spiritual armor. This is not a ritual of culture, it is a sunnah of healing and mercy. It protects your sleep, your health, and your peace. The effects of these nightly recitations are not only spiritual, they affect the worldly life as well. Wealth is not only money in the hand, it is also the calmness in the mind and the absence of unnecessary stress. When a person protects his night with Quran, Allah places barakah into whatever He gives. Protection through angels means your home, sleep, family, mind, and sustenance are guarded. Many people sleep with anxiety, fears of tomorrow, and financial worries in their chest. But the one who sleeps under the protection of Allah sleeps with a calm heart. And a calm heart invites channels of provision from directions unknown. Astaghfirullah is not just a word of repentance, it is a key that unlocks closed doors of sustenance. When a person sins, darkness enters the heart, and blessings silently slip away without even being noticed. But when a believer sits at night before sleep and sincerely seeks forgiveness from Allah, the heart becomes lighter, the soul becomes cleaner, and the pathways of rizq begin to open again. Astaghfar is one of the most powerful ways to attract ease, solutions, opportunities, and even financial relief. The believer should end the day wiping away the stains of mistakes, so the next morning begins with barakah flowing in his direction. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah is a declaration that you have no ability to change, move, fix, or improve anything without the permission and help of Allah. When this reality settles in the heart, the stress of trying to control everything by yourself melts. This phrase transfers the burden from your weak shoulders to the one who never becomes tired, never becomes limited, and never becomes unable. It is a surrender that brings strength. By saying these words before sleep, you are handing over the struggles of your day and the worries of your tomorrow to Allah, trusting Him to take care of what you cannot. The last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah are a gift filled with mercy, protection, and sufficiency. They summarize faith, submission, accountability, and the believer's relationship with Allah in the most comprehensive manner. When these verses are recited before sleeping, the believer is declaring reliance upon Allah, acknowledging His commands, admitting human weakness, and requesting forgiveness, mercy, and guidance. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ stated that these two verses are enough, meaning they will cover, support, and protect you in ways you cannot even measure. Ending your day upon these words places your soul under divine care as you close your eyes for the night. Tawakkul means handing your affairs to Allah without fear of loss. When a believer sleeps with tawakkul, the mind does not replay what went wrong during the day and does not panic about what might go wrong tomorrow. The heart becomes calm because it knows the one in control never makes mistakes and never abandons his slaves. People lose sleep because they try to carry every burden alone. But when you sleep knowing Allah is taking care of what you cannot manage, your sleep becomes an act of worship. Tawakkul before sleep is like placing your soul in safe custody until the next morning. Before sleeping, your dua is extremely precious because your heart is in a quiet, humble, and reflective state. The mind is not distracted, the world is slowing down, and the soul is more honest. This is a perfect moment to speak to Allah with sincerity. Present your needs, your fears, your financial worries, your family issues, and beg Allah from the depth of your heart. Night dua is not just about asking for dunya. It is about reshaping your heart to depend only on Allah. The angels write these supplications. They carry them. They don't get lost. Every word becomes a seed that grows into future ease. A person who remembers Allah before sleep does not wake up empty. They wake with a heart that feels guided, not heavy. They wake with a mind that is more organized, not scattered. They wake with ideas, clarity, solutions, focus, and a lightness that others pay money to achieve. Provision is not only money entering your hand, it is also time, energy, productivity, and mental peace. Allah expands these forms of rizq for the one who ends his night with his remembrance. The morning becomes more blessed, the steps become more stable, and the journey through the day becomes easier and more purposeful. So tonight, do not sleep empty. Sleep with remembrance, sleep with tawakkul, and sleep with Quran surrounding your soul. Because the believer who ends his night with Allah wakes with a heart that feels carried. May Allah fill your nights with protection and your days with pure and halal wealth, peace, and guidance. This is Graceful Deen. If this reminder touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe, and comment this below with sincerity. O Allah, grant me wealth with peace and barakah.